Hello everybody, Street Fighter 6 just came out, and just like everybody else, I've been playing it non-stop.
Look at all my haters, y'all making them mad.
So the game comes with 3 modes: War Tour, Battle Hub, and Fighting Ground. Alright, let's start with War Tour. Essentially, you create your own character and then you go out in this open war and then you fight people to level up. It's kind of like GTA without cars, but it uses the fighting engine for battles. I guess it's very much like Shenmue, except Shenmue is cool. And so far, and I'm just at the beginning, this mode is not cool. And I feel that the developers are trying too hard to make this mode cool.
Guess that practical training paid off in spades. Am I right?
However, I do think that this is a great idea. Essentially, the world that you're in is New York City, and it is really neat to see it in game for the first time. You can see the details here. Essentially, this is Times Square. When I first learned about this mode, I was expecting maybe a gritty, kind of like a Fight Club type of vibe.
Look at all my haters, y'all making them mad.
But that's not what we have here, unfortunately. You can walk around, talk to people, get food, buy new clothes, and you can pick fights with people. Check this one out. This is an old lady.
Where's all that crap?
Well, you know, I am only in the beginning, so hopefully the story gets better as I progress through the game. But so far, it's just too cringy, man.
Like you. I can't go around treating this like a game. Bosh, come on, coach. I'm done with the course.
Another neat thing about it though is the graphics is really good. It's very colorful and vibrant. It's a lot more realistic than the cartoony look of the past games, and that's mixed in with this graffiti slash paintery special effects when you do all the special moves. I personally think it works well, and it matches with the War Tour mode. The War Tour mode has realistic graphics relatively compared to the past games, so of course the fighting engine itself has to look realistic as well. It'll look awkward if it's not. And I'm playing this on PC, so we have a ton of options here for you to choose from in terms of graphic settings. Next, we have the Battle Hub. This mode is essentially an MMO. There's different servers for you to choose from. You can choose from different regions, and in each region you get different lobbies, and it'll tell you how crowded each lobby is. This is a great idea. I love this idea. And in here you can walk around and interact with other players. And let me tell you, some of the characters that other people create are hilarious. Look at this guy. He's so skinny, but have thick thighs, and then the person behind it, oh my, I don't know, like it's a hairy woman. It's killing me. You can visually see the arcade cabinets, so if there's somebody on one side and you want to join and fight them on the other side of the cabinet, you can do that, just like real life.
Here comes a new challenger.
This little area here where they have classic arcade games, and it's not just one game, it's actually multiple classic games you can play. Vogus is like a shmup. I've never played this before, so this is new to me. It's actually a pretty cool game. Final Fight is awesome as well, and of course you get Street Fighter, the War Warrior. Yeah, I just looked at it again, and I'm pretty sure you cannot battle other players in Street Fighter 2. It's only for high scores. But there is a local versus mode. And finally, we have Fighting Ground. Fighting Ground is essentially the core game. There's the arcade mode here, the practice mode, versus. Special match has like special conditions, like bulls running around, or there's bombs and stuff like that. It's pretty neat. And you also get the traditional online mode here. I want to talk about the training mode for a little bit. It's very extensive. They really do a good job of teaching you the mechanics of the game. There's also character-specific tutorials as well. Now, I'm not a Street Fighter expert or anything. I just dabble in it here and there. But I'm gonna invest some time in this game now. And let me tell you, why is there so many bars? Why is there so many mechanics? It's kind of crazy. It's just so overwhelming for new players. And don't get me wrong, I get it. This is the 6th Street Fighter game, so they gotta add new mechanics and new features to the game, or else the game will stay the same, right? But I feel like these meters takes away from the pureness of the game. And this is why I prefer 3D fighters over 2D fighters. I prefer a game like Virtua Fighter, where it's just pure, you know, it's just skill. You've got the move list, it's just you and how creative you are with those moves. And don't get me wrong, I do enjoy the over-the-top special effects, but they kind of get old after a while. I personally don't like it, but I understand why they're there. They have to market the game, it has to be flashy, it has to look cool, so I get it. But with so many meters and bars, you're gonna scare away beginners. You're gonna scare away potential new players to your game just because it's so overwhelming. And Capcom realizes this, and they attempt to solve it by introducing these easy mode controls. Of course, the traditional controls are still there if you want it, but now there's the modern control, which allow you to do the special moves with just one button and a direction. And this control kind of plays a little bit like a 3D fighter. You just mash the same buttons and it'll do a string of combos. But I feel like if you rely on this type of control, you're not gonna understand the mechanics of the game. Street Fighter 6 got a few new characters. My favorite of the new characters so far is Jamie. His style is a mix between drunken kung fu and breakdancing. At first I thought it was weird, but it actually makes a lot of sense. Drunken kung fu has a lot of breakdancing moves. I'm not very good with him yet, but I can tell that this guy's pretty deep. There's a lot going on here for him. Anyways, Jamie is just super cool. I love his animations, I love the style. It's just really flashy, but at the same time, it's very smooth and fluid. It's like he's just dancing and chilling, all of a sudden it just breaks your bones. Also, when he gets to the max level of drunkenness, he transforms into the Super Saiyan looking guy. It's just awesome. When he gets to this stage, his animations actually changes. All of his movements become faster, more powerful, and just more chaotic. So far, I'm really enjoying the game. And you can just tell that this is a really ambitious project. The 3 modes is essentially 3 separate games all combined into one. Fighting Ground in itself is what you typically get for a fighting game at launch. But Capcom went the extra mile and created the ultimate lobby in the Battle Hub, and it just feels like an MMO. Actually, you know what that reminds me of? It kind of reminds me of DOA 4. You know, DOA 4, it's got this lobby, and you can have your own character and you can walk around. But imagine that times 100. That's the Battle Hub. And with the World Tour, as much as I don't enjoy the corniness of it, I do like the idea a lot. And like I said, hopefully it gets better as I progress through the game a little more. Alrighty, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like, subscribe for more, and take care now.
Of course I'd win!